problem number 2 in parabola. So this problem is not included in the first video that I show you last time, because under this video, so we're going to have a new set of problem. So like this one. So our problem here, so this is our problem. So 2x squared minus 4x minus y plus 5 is equal to 0. So as you can see, hindi siya katulad ng problem yesterday. Now the difference is that this time, the second degree variable include a coefficient. So there's a leading coefficient in the second degree variable. So that's why under this problem, so similar procedure, meron lang additional ng konti. So now, the objective here is to first identify the standard equation of the parabola given this general equation, and then identify the HK and identify the value of P. So, ibig sabihin, in this video, hindi na po natin ipapakita yung pattern, substitution, and the graph. So now, let's proceed. To begin, so let us arrange this equation. 2x squared minus 4x is equal to y minus 5. Bakit naging ganito? So yung mga hindi natin isasama sa completing the square, ilagay na natin sa other side ng ating equation, katulad nitong y tsaka 5. Hindi natin yan isasama sa computation. So ibig sabihin, tanggalin na muna natin sila. The next, how are we going to deal with this leading coefficient? So para proceed tayo, kasi kung mayroon tong leading coefficient, hindi po tayo makakapag-proceed doon sa completing the square. So that's why we're going to use the concept of common monomial factoring. Common monomial, ibig sabihin, kung ano yung coefficient na kasama nung target variable natin, i-divide mo siya dito sa buong expression. So for example, 2 ang kasama, so we're going to divide everything by 2. So we can have here some scratch. So ang scratch natin, so since 2x squared minus 4x, 2 yung coefficient. Pagka nag-common monomial factoring tayo, divide everything by 2. And the new expression will be x squared minus 2x. Now, saan napunta si 2? So 2 will be a factor in this expression. Okay? So that's the idea. Pero kung familiar naman kayo sa common monomial factoring, you can just bring out the 2 here, and so since divisible din naman ito, so you can bring that out also. So 2x squared minus 2x. And to check that, so since this is a factor, this is a special product, to check, you can distribute. Pag bumalik siya doon sa una niyang pinanggalingan, so you have the correct answer. So now, I will just erase that. Oops. And eraser. Okay, so now moving forward, so here, ginawa na po natin siyang common monomial factoring. 2x is equal to y minus 5. And then, this expression, pwede na po natin siyang gamitan ng completing the square. So pag nag-completing the square po tayo, so this will be x squared, and this is 2x, and our third term, so using the formula b over 2 quantity square will be positive 1. Okay? No? So, pakita ulit natin paano nangyari yun. So, we have our formula B2 quantity square. Our B term is negative 2 divided by 2 squared. No? So, this will be negative 1 and squared. So, this will be 1. So, kaya 1 yung nadagdag natin dito. Now, copy lang dito sa kabilang side. And then, after creating the whole expression, no, so we all know na nagdagdag ka ng 1 dito, magdadagdag ka din dito ng 1. So, plus 1 po tayo dyan. The difference is that this time, magiging multiple ito nung factor na nilabas mo dito. Bakit po? Because we're going to assume that all the terms here are multiples of 2. Means that now you're going to include 1 times 2. But naging ito yung expression, 1, ito yung dinagdag natin dito, 2, ito yung pinactor out natin kanina. Simplifying everything. So from trinomial perfect square, so we're going to make this one a binomial square. X minus 1 square is equal to y minus 5 plus 2. Simplifying it further, x minus 1 squared is equal to y minus 3. Now, are we done? Not yet. Kasi hindi po tayo pwede mag-proceed sa standard form ng mayroong pang kasama ito. Paano po mangyari dito? No? So, we're going to divide both sides by 2. No? So, kasi ang objective natin, makapunta tayo sa standard equation natin. No? So, our standard equation looks like this one. X minus h quantity square is equal to y minus k for p. No? So, ganyan po yung itsura natin dyan. So, now, moving forward, pagka-simplify natin dito, so we can express the following as x minus 1 squared is equal to y minus 3 over 2. Kaso, paano natin ma-identify si 4p? We can rewrite this one, yung mas madali pong maintindihan. X minus 1 squared is equal to 1 half y minus 3. This is similar expression. No? So, ibig sabihin, pag minultiply mo si 1 half dito kay 1 minus 3, ganito din yung itsura niya. No? Sinulat lang natin siya sa ganitong paraan para mas madaling ma-identify yung value ng p. Now, moving forward, so let's proceed with the value of our hk, no, and p. So now, h natin, medyo madali lang. Oops. Yeah. So h natin will be 1. So since opposite sign lang tayo ng kasama ng variable x natin, negative, so magiging positive yan. Then k will be positive 3. Now, let's proceed with the p. Now, what's the value of p? Using this expression, we can have this computation. So, 4p is equal to 1 half. And then we're going to divide both sides by 4. And that will give you p is equal to 1 half. Complex fraction po tayo. So, this is equal to 1 half divided by 1/4. Or sorry, divided by 4. And then, under multiplication po, or under division ng fraction, no, so this expression will be equal to 1 half. Change the operation to multiplication, and rewrite the expression into its reciprocal. So therefore, we will have here 1/8. No, kung may question po regarding this part, no, do sa complex fraction natin, that is actually a prerequisite topic lang. You can already assume na yan ay familiar na po kayo dito. I'll just show you this one. Okay, So now we can rewrite the value P. So we're going to rewrite the value of P, and that is 1/8. Ito po yung gagamitin natin in our pattern para po tayo ay makapag-solve. So that's it, and have a nice day. Goodbye.